He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Hello, we're doing a VulnNet node right now off TryHackMe. We're just going to do an Nmap scan real quick. We get port 88 and 22 open, so let's go see what 88's got. And it says guest. Let's see if we got a cookie or something. And we do, so let's copy that. And then open up Cyberchef. Paste it from base64, and it's a JSON cookie, so let's copy this. And we'll open up a mouse pad or something, we'll paste it. And then if we change this to admin, let's see if we can get a different result. So admin. Copy everything except the equal sign. We don't need that because it'll be in the here anyways. So just highlight from everything to the left of the final 6 characters. So it's going to be %3D, so everything to the left of that. Paste over because those percent signs are equal signs. Enter, and then refresh, and it changes to admin. So let's see if we can get an error by taking out a double quote to break the format. Then we'll come back over here, paste it in our cookie, enter, refresh, and sure enough it says object exports unserialized, node serialization, library serialized. So if we go to if you have payloads of all things, it's in there. If you don't have it, you can look it up on GitHub. You'll go into the insecure deserialization directory, and then cat the node for because node JavaScript, and right here you'll get generate a serialized payload. You don't need to worry about that. This is what we need right here, the function part of it. So get this everything from the first underscore to the first open curly brackets. And we'll copy that. We'll come back up here into here, and then from admin to that to the end, just paste over it with the function that we have. And then what we'll do is we'll open up a new tab, go to Revshells.com. That's REVSHELLS.com. Go to the bottom and then go up slightly, and you'll find node.js number 2. Make sure your IP is right and your port is right, and then just copy this section. And then we'll go back to our notepad, paste it here. Everything that's from not part of this, so if it's part of this, leave it alone. But everything that's within the stuff that we just pasted, all the double quotes have to be changed to single quotes. So the ones around net change, the ones around child process change, the one around your shell interpreter change, and the ones around your IP address. And then go to everything has to be in one line. So just go to the very end of each line and just delete until the next line comes into contact. Don't delete any of the spaces within the commands or the lines themselves, like between the equal signs and stuff. This next line, you don't need any of it from the return to crashing. All that's just delete all that. But make sure not to delete the ending curly brackets that's after crashing. So then at the end of this, we'll do closing curly brackets, open parentheses, close parentheses, double quotes, ending curly brackets. Okay, now copy this before you. We gotta convert it to base 64 first. So just paste it in here. Copy it. But before we put it in, open up a netcat listener. So we'll come over here and I use RL wrap so I get arrows. So just set up a netcat listener for the shell that you made. Come back over here. It's got an equal sign at the end of it, so we got to delete the equal sign and then put %3 uppercase D, enter, and then refresh. It's going to look like it just loads normally, but don't worry, we got a shell. So Python, upgrade it with Python. All right, and then if we just do sudo L, right off the bat, we get npm that we can do. So that's another easy one. We just go over here to GTFOBins, sudo, click sudo, scroll down to npm, click it, and then you'll see this. You don't need this whole thing. Just copy the last two lines, and then we'll edit that to make it work better or easier. So just paste it here. You don't need any of this stuff. You just need the npm and the I for the last part, and then you got to put in the U flag for sudo because we can only use it as server manage. So we'll do just like that. And then the top line, all we need to do is delete the TF, the $TF backslash or forward slash or whatever that is. And then we'll just do this, instead of doing two commands, we'll just make this into one. So just go and then just make it into one quick little command. Copy that. And then we'll just paste it. Takes a second, and then who am I? Server manage. So we'll do another Python shell or a Python upgrade. And then we'll there's the user text. All right, root text. Let's go back here and now see if we got sudo with him. Sure enough, we do. So let's we can use systemctl. So systemctl cat vulnnet auto timer. Okay, so it's a timer that's running every 30 minutes on calendar. So let's see what the it says job service. So let's see what the job service is. And that's running bin df for it. So what we'll do is we need to edit these. I wasn't able to get any word processor to work, like Nano, VI, or Vim. They all just errored out. They wouldn't let you type anything, and whenever you press enter or control C or anything, it would just blow up on you, kill and nuke your shell. So we got to use echo to change these. They're in etc systemd right here. So we'll change the timer first so it runs more frequently. So just copy this whole section. We're just gonna make it's gonna be one big chain command because it's a lot of different little commands, and when you're dealing with the timers and stuff, it's easier to just have it go in one shebang. So just do echo, double quote, and then paste in everything that we just got, and then double quote after the target, and then we'll direct it into the timer file. So etc system d system vulnnet auto timer, and then we'll do we need to edit that for the time, so we'll take off the 30 and put a 1, and we'll take off the 30-minute job part, so it's just that. And then go to here, we'll do another double ampersand, echo, double quote, come back to the next part, which is the job service, and then copy everything here. And then paste that here. And then the same thing, we'll end it with the double quote. We're gonna change this to shell. We haven't made the shell yet, but that's part of the chain command. So we'll do temp shell.sh, and then here we'll direct that into the job service. So it'll be etc systemd system job service, and then we'll make our shell right after that, so it'll be and then we'll do another echo, single quote, number sign, exclamation point, bin bash, single quote, and then we'll direct that into the temp where our shell is going to be, so shell.sh, and then we'll do another chain command, echo, single quote, and then we'll come up to Revshells again. We'll change the port from our first one that we had. I'm just going to go up one, and then we'll go to netcat make FIFO, and copy this. Paste that right here, and then single quote, and then double direct it so we don't write over the bin bash part of the first part, and then we'll put that back into the temp shell because that'll put it on a new line. And then we got to chmod it, so chmod plus x temp shell, and then we'll do our sudo commands right after that, so it'll just run. So it'll be sudo system ctl stop vulnnet auto.timer, and then and sudo system ctl daemon reload, and sudo system ctl start vulnnet auto dot timer, and that should be everything. So now let's copy this, but make sure not to run it until you have your netcat listener going. So copy, come over here, we'll set up a netcat listener for the port that we made. So that one's 190, so go there, then come over here, and I'm just going to clear this screen real quick, paste it in, and then hit enter. What? Oh, that's why I didn't fucking, oopsie. All right, one small issue. I forgot an L in there. VulnNet. Right. I think it's the only one. Yeah, all right. Just copy it. Just paste it in, then do it again. There we go. Then we got our shell. Then we just cat root.txt. Bam, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, have a good one. Peace.